Business systems are always ignored by small and micro entrepreneurs, but they can determine whether you turn a profit or a loss. Today, we explore how these can determine your survival or death in today's environment. One cannot operate a successful business without proper systems. These can range from finance and audit systems to production and marketing systems, among others. Edward Kazire of Kazire Health Products, manufacturer from the western Uganda district of Mbarara, likens an entrepreneur operating without systems to a person walking in the dark in a strange place. For you cannot know where you're coming from and where you're heading. At his factory in Mbarara, every activity is systemized and nothing is left to chance by this 30-year-old entrepreneur.
Raw materials come from the farmers. You need to know which farmer supplied, is supplied when, and whenever they reach in the factory, then we have to grade them.
Through his experience, he says systems can open one's eyes to pay attention to the finer details that can save an entrepreneur a lot of money.
When you look at our process now, it being a wet process, we were using boxes to package and cool down the product. But when the team that was training us came, they realized we were making a lot of losses, but because for every production, we would lose more than 20 boxes, some would fall down in water. So that means we are losing 20,000. So they said, no, we needed to rethink. And through that, they advised us to shift from using boxes in wet areas to using crates. And through this, these crates are reusable.
Through strict adherence to such systems, Kazire today runs a successful health products business, producing and supplying hundreds of tons of products every day throughout Uganda, Eastern DR Congo, and Rwanda. This entrepreneur who began simple says one cannot make it to this level without building critical partnerships, either for knowledge or other business resource mobilizations.
I'm happy for the Ministry of Trade and Industry for the quiz program, because when we got training about post-harvest management, we were able to install cold storage facilities. These oranges, we pick them from the farmers, but like these, they have 2 weeks here before being processed, but they are still fresh and very okay. But before the training, we would find that like these, we have already paid for them. They have come from very far, from Soroti. You have paid transport, everything, but without cold storage, they would be lost. So they perish, you throw them away. But you have paid for them, the farmer has already received the money, and for you, you lose what would be your profit and also the capital.
Kazire's business model draws a lot from strong synergies from the farming communities around him, and is anchored on the belief that if they see benefit in what he buys from them, he is assured of a raw material source, his business's lifeline.
Like this aloe vera, it has just entered in. It is awaiting sorting. And this has helped to turn aloe vera from being just a shrub there in the bushes, but it is now here in Western Uganda. Aloe vera is a commercial product now.
In all this, his aspiration is to be able to put quality and therefore competitive product on the market. To this end, research and in-depth understanding of the production side of his business and ensuring optimum quality extraction is something he holds dear.
We are able to keep the tea very fresh because our interest, our product is a functional product. We want the components from the tea to be extracted when they are still very fresh, because we are interested in the chlorophyll, because it supports the body in the cleansing process. We were interested in the epigallocatechins, because they are the ones which cause the anti-cancer property within our product. We are interested in the tannins, so it has to keep fresh.
The core of his achievements today, he says, is the competitiveness of his products in the marketplace, which he says he did not take for granted and had to ensure he gets a quality mark from the standards body.
When you get a quality mark, it means your product, the consumption will go high. I like Henry Ford's statement that a quality product will not saturate the market.
One of his challenges is the cost of power as a manufacturer. Power is a key factor in his production processes. He, however, says he has managed to circumvent this challenge.
We need a lot of energy. Like here you see we are heating. So before you blow this, you have to first heat it. So there is a lot of energy consumption. Then after heating it, you have to blow it. But this blower operates on an air compressor, which runs on a motor of about almost 25 kilowatts. So meaning high power consumption. But because we run it at night, because during that program they taught us about these programs of shoulder, peak, and so we now mark the time at which when we produce, we shall spend less. So we run these high energy demand processes at night.
Kazire's business operation story is clearly anchored on seeking knowledge, building systems to enforce his quality commitment. True also is that these are attributes many entrepreneurs ignore to their detriment.